have any projects coming up right now?
Well, this is his head trainer, Sarah, and she works him mostly on all of his projects. Well,
Larry has a Subaru commercial that should be airing shortly, like any time at the beginning of February. Yeah.
Well, he's incredible. Can he bark for me?
Sure, Kasey.
All right. Thank you, Kasey. Mr. Kasdan,
Yes.
Mrs. Kasdan,
Yes.
you said on occasion, I believe, that you really hope that your film work stands the test of time.
Yeah.
It does. It's iconic. Can you tell me at this point, other than tonight's film, your personal favorite and why?
You know, it really doesn't happen. This is the 11th movie I've directed, and every one of them was an act of love, and they don't all do that well in the world. They're just like kids, you know, they have their ups and downs, but you don't judge your kids and say, I like that kid better than that kid.
Right. So you love them all equally?
I really do. And I have plenty of regrets and things I should have done better, but the act of making the movie is always kind of joyous. It's really a great job.
And you do it so well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Kasdan, in today's day and age, can you tell me the secret of a 40-plus year Hollywood marriage?
Well, only plus like 2 months.
Yeah, we're not that old.
No, I wanted to give you that little extra credit, though. You deserve it.
Thank you. Well, we just enjoy each other's company, I think. We have fun. And we have had fun for many, many years.
Thank you so much. With all of your work during the day in art animation, comics and art books at night, how do you find time for projects like Sketch Crawl? But can you tell me about it?
Yeah, Sketch Crawl, it is hard to find the time. Sketch Crawl, the interesting thing is it's something that started with the wish of going out and having a marathon of drawing, spending a whole day drawing without stopping. The whole idea was like, don't put the sketchbook in the bag the whole day. And I did it once by myself, and it was kind of exhilarating. I filled, 20 pages of pencils and watercolors, and it felt such a great way to diary your day and look around you a little more, stop and smell the flowers. And then slowly some people got interested in it, like, why don't we do it together? And we had the idea of spreading it out as a day where everybody in the world can all go out and draw. So you get this wonderful feel of like, I'm not the only one here drawing, we're all drawing at the same time.
So you were able to unite all these artists.
Yeah.
Was that over the period of only one day?
We put out a call, and we kind of kept on calling for, okay, in 3 months we do 4 years. At first it was once a year, but everybody's like, we want to do it more often. So we do it 4 times a year, every 3 months. And the internet's really what's helping us. We have a forum so that people get organized, they meet. So we've had groups of 80, 90 people at San Francisco meeting. But then there's groups a little bit all over the world that get organized by themselves. So luckily, to answer your first question, how do I find the time? It's kind of a ball that luckily it's rolling by itself by now. And there's like, we just had one last week, and there were like 70-something different places in the world where people meet and draw.
And how would people find out about it on your blog?
Sketchcrawl.com.
Sketchcrawl.com.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
That's the
great.
way to do it. Yeah, it's really fun.
All right, well, thank you for doing that. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to butcher it. En boca al lupo?
In Boca Lupo, that's great.
Yeah,
We say
break a leg.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see
That
the
means
short.
in the wolf's mouth, and we usually say, you may die.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rating.
Hi. I loved you in Angels and Demons. You're fabulous. You've worked so much in Israel and the United States. Do you have a preference? Do you find differences between the two countries in their productions?
Well, obviously the budgets, I guess, in some parts of the some certain movies are smaller, but movies are movies anywhere, and good stories are good stories, and not good stories are not good. So good.
Okay, the big question: how do you prepare to be Superman's mother? You're so young.
Well, I'm a young one. No, I mean it takes time. There's I can't say much, but I can tell you that it was great working with Russell Crowe on this, and it was great working with Zack Snyder because he's a fabulous director and he has such a sense of humor and lightness to him.
Did they age you over a long period of time?
No aging.
No aging. Okay. All right. So you're playing a mother to a baby Superman.
Yes, you guessed it.
I guessed it. Well, I can't wait to see it. I love your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Fabulous director.
It's my great honor. I mean, this is such an exciting evening for us at the film festival to have the world premiere of a Larry Kasdan film, Body Heat, Grand Canyon, The Big Chill, and to have the cast here is amazing. My deepest gratitude to Sony Pictures classes for giving us this gift tonight. That we're going to share with you. So without further ado, one of the greatest American and world filmmakers, Larry Kasdan.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Douglas and Roger and everybody at the Santa Barbara Film Festival for welcoming Darling Companion here tonight. This is a great honor for us. You know, it's very rare now that 2,000 people get into one room and watch a movie, and we are very honored and completely stoked. I'm really thrilled to be able to bring it out here now. Some people have made this possible, you know. Sony Pictures Classics is distributing this movie. We think that's the best possible distributor for the movie. Michael Barker and Tom Bernard have run that company for 30 years and released the most amazing list of movies. And we are essentially starting that partnership tonight where we're going to take this movie around and sort of try to, you know, work it and work it and work it. It has none of the advantages of a big Hollywood movie, so we're going to have to just show up all over the town and make people. Finally, from behind the camera, my co-screenwriter, my wife, the reason this movie really started, and her name is Meg Kasdan. We're really happy to be here. We have 5 members of the cast here tonight. You know, it's a dog movie. If you didn't know, you can leave now if you didn't want to see a dog movie. I hope you heard it was a dog movie. But naturally, we have a dog, and I'd like you to meet Kasey, the dog. This is Sarah and Steve, who were able to do amazing. Any dog movie, you know, you've got to have a dashing young veterinarian, and ours is Mr. J. Ali. There's a mysterious young woman in the movie, and she seems to be in touch with all things spiritual, maybe. She's played by the beautiful Ms. Ayelet Zurer. generation, and lucky for me, a guy who seems to wheedle his way into practically every one of the movies. I don't know how he does it. My friend, Kevin Kline. We have one of the... Would you like one more time? We have one of the greatest movie stars of my lifetime and one of our finest actresses. I'll be quite honest with you, I resisted falling in love with her like everybody else does. I thought it was a cliche, but I couldn't help it. Ms. Diane Keaton. I didn't realize it at the time. Excuse me, this movie really started 7 years ago when Meg and I rescued a dog from a shelter in Los Angeles. A couple years after that, we lost the dog. We searched for him and we climbed the mountains and we called his name and we kept searching until we got him back. And so a few years after that, Meg said we should write a screenplay inspired by that incident. And I said, no, I do not want to do anything autobiographical. I'm sick to death of that stuff. And she said, oh, no. We're going to make up everything. And there will be just a little bit autobiographical. Well, I said, well, what bit is going to be autobiographical? She said, yeah, a little bit. And I said, let's be specific. And she said, well, it's about a woman who loves her dog more than her husband. We hope you enjoy that story tonight. We will see you at the party. Thank you.